Every play's a statement, coach head on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactic arise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field, we hustle, every snap like it's gold. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drop, coach heads breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.
What's going on, everyone? Thanks for tapping into another episode of Playbook, Postgame Playbook, where I review college football for the Hardcore Sports Network. Make sure you guys tap into the Hardcore Sports Network. Make sure you like the everything that's there. Subscribe to all the content creators there. So many that can cover all you need. Get notified, share on all your social media platforms. But this is where I'm going to talk to you about the weekend, Saturdays, and Fridays and Saturdays weekend games there. So definitely go into what happened and really quickly talk about that. So we're going to get right into it, like I said. And I'm going to dive into the first game, which is actually Notre Dame taking on Texas A&M. So this was a game that was no defense, man. No defense. It was all offense for both teams. That they got over 400 yards of total offense, man. So it seems like one team will go down, the other one will respond. And during the stream, I said it. The one who has the ball last is probably going to end up winning the game. So that pretty much came down to it. Now for Texas A&M, they came away with the win, 41-40, 1 point. They had plenty of opportunities that led to impactful plays that helped them to get this win. Starting quarterback, Marcel Reed, he was not overly efficient with his passes, 17-37. He did throw for 360 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Now, this seem when things were really tight or bogging down, Reed stepped up to make plays that put the Aggies in position to come away with the win. Also contributing was their wide receiver, Mario Carver. Man, this kid is just strictly dynamic, man. That's all I can say. He was catching footballs all over the place. Now, he had 7 receptions for 207 yards and 1 touchdown. You had to see his touchdown play to really understand how dynamic he was. He outran the defender who was chasing him to catch the pass. And then other defenders were coming up to make the tackles. And he could spin to break their tackles and then race all the way down to the end zone. It was an 86-yard touchdown. So that was a big play early in the game. The win is also big for their head coach, Mike Elko. In 2 tries, he was winless. Once at Duke and last year at Texas A&M, his first year there. So he breaks that now with the win. This also puts him in the upper echelon in the SEC as well as college football. So you got to stay tuned to Texas A&M. Notre Dame, another tough loss, man. They're 0-2 on the year, man. They lost to Miami early, and now this one. And this could be challenging, for their college football playoff hopes, man. They're not aligned with the conference. They're not even going to play for a title. They're going to need to win out, maybe even convincingly with some of those games there. So right now, 0-2, can they come out 10-2? Yes. But, it's going to be pretty tough for them. Next up, I'm going to talk about Colorado. They just look horrible, man. They were dominated by Houston. Houston came away with the big win. And, on offense, Houston gained 431 of total yards. The starting quarterback, Connor Wegman, he led the offense with 222 passing yards on 15-24. Colorado, their starting quarterback, Ryan Staub, He was 19 of 35, 204 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions, but the offense was ineffective. I mean, after the game, post prime, he was like, he takes responsibility for that game. He doesn't know what it was, and he was at a loss for words for that game. So, there may be some questioning him as a leader. It wouldn't even surprise me if he ended up with anywhere from 2 to 4 wins, 2 to 3 wins. It really wouldn't surprise me. So they definitely have a tough schedule. So let's see what happens. Next up, Georgia went down to Knoxville and came away with a win, 44-41. Tennessee did jump out on them early, putting the Bulldogs in deficit several times, but the Bulldogs did fight their way through it. Now, Tennessee's quarterback, Joey Aguilar, accumulated 5 touchdowns on the day. 4 of those through the air and 1 on the ground. He also threw for 307 yards on 24-36. Georgia's quarterback, Gunnar Stockton. Yeah, his name is Gunnar. He threw for 304 passing yards. 2 touchdowns played a key role in Georgia winning their 9th straight in this series between the two teams, and also keeping in Georgia in contention for the SEC title. One thing I will say, I expect to see both of these teams fighting for a college playoff football spot. You should too. So there you have it. That's my basic review. Next, I'm going to go over my top 10 review. So with that, just my top 10 and tell you how they did. Number 1, Ohio State. They defeated Ohio University in a tough game, 37-9. Penn State just totally spanked Villanova, 52-6. LSU scared Florida, 20-10. Georgia beat Tennessee, who was number 15 at the time, 44-41. Miami handled South Florida, 40-12. Oregon defeated Northwestern, 34-14. Texas, in a sloppy game, they won over UTEP 27-10. Arch Manning did not look good again. Clemson lost to Georgia Tech. Big loss at the second of the year, 24-21. South Carolina fell to Vanderbilt 31-7. Out. And Notre Dame, again, they lost to number 16 Texas A&M 41-40. So there you have the top 10. Now I'm going to give you my top 25. Coming in at number 25 are those Commodores of Vanderbilt. So welcome to the rankings. Ole Miss also made the rankings at number 24. Missouri comes in at 23. Arizona State moves up to 22. Georgia Tech comes in at 21 after their big win. Tennessee is dropped down to 20. South Carolina dropped from the top 10 to number 19. Texas Tech is up to number 18. Michigan is at 17. Indiana is at 16. Auburn is at 15. Utah is at 14. Alabama is at 13. Oklahoma, 12. Just saying now, just didn't get into the top 10 as yet, but they moved to number 11. Iowa State moved to 10. Florida State moved to 9. Illinois is at 8. Texas is at 7. Oregon is at 6. Miami is at 5. LSU is at 4. Georgia is at 3 now. There's a little split. Penn State is at 2. And Ohio State still stays at number 1. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think, man. Definitely appreciate you all for tuning in. Until the next one, I'll see you next week. You have a great one. Peace.
On the field we grind, every play's a statement. Coach head on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactic arise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field we hustle, every snap like it's told. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drop, Coach Ed's breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss, on the headset we're here, no matter the cost.